Many times in our search for life's answers, we overlook the simple and obvious in favor of the complex and complicated. The reason we do this is because we were grown up to learn that, if it's too good to be true, it's obviously a lie. Welcome to another episode of Killing It with Chris Davis. Thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and like and subscribe. In this video, I'm going to give you the number one rule for self-improvement. As soon as I tell you this rule, your initial reaction is probably going to be, yeah, well, no shit, Chris. But the simplicity of the words betrays the complexity of the ask. You know, in the Bible, the Israelites wandered the desert for 40 years. Where if they simply just did what God told them to begin with, they probably could have shaved about 39 years off that walk. In philosophy, there's a maxim called Occam's razor, which states that if there are several different scenarios that could explain an observation, it's probably best to just go ahead and start with the simplest one. Of course, people tend to resist this because we're always on the lookout for looking foolish, because once again, if something's too good to be true, oftentimes it is, and it's a lie. Well, I'm about to give you the number one rule for self-mastery, self-improvement, and of course, killing it in life. Are you ready? All right. In any given situation, choose the emotionally difficult thing. Again, in any given situation, choose the emotionally difficult thing or task. Now, this sounds easy, like I said, but it is very difficult. The Bible says in the book of Matthew that Jesus was on a fast for 40 days and 40 nights, and that he was hungry at the end of that, obviously. Now, at the end of that fast, Satan came to him and said, "If you truly are the Son of God, turn this stone into bread." That's cold. The emotionally easy thing to do would be for Jesus to go ahead and eat some rock bread. But of course, he did not do that. This is why it's the number one rule for self-improvement. If you're on a weight loss journey, any given moment, the easy thing to do, the emotionally easy thing, is to go ahead and reach for that pizza, reach for that greasy hamburger, eat those cookies. It's very difficult to choose to stay on your journey and not to do those things. I'm sure you're picturing pizza and cookies right now in your mind. It is very difficult to do. But if you can stay strong in that moment, you'll begin to reap the benefits of your weight loss journey. More energy, lower cholesterol, lower blood sugar, longer life. What's the point of building an awesome life if you're too ill or too sick to enjoy it, or if you're in the ground? There's just not a lot of elderly, obese people. There's just not. And I'm trying to have us win in all phases of life. In any given situation, one situation may be that you have a crush and you're wanting to ask them out, you're wanting to approach them, but you have approach anxiety, right? It's a very real thing. The emotionally easy thing to do is to just wimp out and go become a porn connoisseur. But that's not what we're wanting to do, right? Here's a tip. Whenever you are about to ask that girl out, ask that crush out, think of that pit in your stomach as a pebble in your shoe. Now, it's uncomfortable to walk with a pebble in your shoe, but you can do it. In life, you have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. It's a muscle that you work out. It's a muscle. Here's a great thing. If you do build up this skill of asking the people that you find attractive out, even if this one particular crush rejects you, which, let's be honest, they very well may, you'll begin to build up this skill of going after what you want. And in doing that, you'll open up an abundance of dating options, which will eventually lead to more happiness in the long run, more fulfillment in the long run. And that's what I'm saying. The number one rule for self-improvement is, in any given situation, go ahead and do the emotionally difficult thing. Any given situation. One situation may be if you're struggling, if you're an addict, if you're struggling with alcoholism. It's very emotionally difficult to say no in any given moment. You know, in America, there's damn near a holiday or a reason to drink every month. You know, you got Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, Halloween. Hell, who the hell wants to go through the holiday sober? Look, it just goes on and on and on. And then if you want to take it back from that, you know, you got Thirsty Thursdays, Friday, you know, then you got Saturday. Then of course you have to chase away those Sunday scaries. It literally just goes on and on. American society is built around drinking. So if you're trying to not drink, it can be, and it is, a very emotionally difficult thing to do. Now for an alcoholic trying, or that is new to this sobriety journey, it can be very emotionally difficult to not drink. You know, I'm not being overly dramatic here by saying it can literally save your life. I mean, how many millions of people have died because they were weak in that moment? They were weak in that moment of, okay, should I drink? That pull is very real. Do I want to drink in this moment or not? The emotionally easy thing to do is to go ahead and do it. The emotionally difficult thing is to stay strong and not drink, you know, in any given situation. In any given situation, you know, one situation may be if you need to go study for an exam, but you'd rather go watch TV, or if you and a friend have had a falling out. You know, it can be very emotionally difficult to put your pride aside and just go ask for forgiveness. Or maybe it's just something as easy as just going and getting off your ass and going to go clean your house. Go clean your house. It can be emotionally difficult because we as people are generally lazy, or we have the tendency to do emotionally easy things. If you can consistently do the emotionally difficult thing, you will begin to become a person that people can depend on. And more importantly, you'll be a person that you can depend on. So this is why it's the number one rule for self-improvement. So like I said, the rule sounds easy, you know, it sounds simple, but can be one of the most difficult things that you'll ever do in your life. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that this will add value to your life, and that whenever you're faced with a choice, that you go ahead and choose the hard thing to do, because like I said, it will begin to just grow your life in just abundance of ways, guys. So once again, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and let's go kill it in life. Have a good one.